Let's create a retention policy in Microsoft Purview. So from the Admin Center, Microsoft Purview Admin Center, in the left menu, we're going to go all the way down to Data Lifecycle Management. Click on that. And we'll notice we have two options. So we're going to select Microsoft 365. Now inside here, there's many features you can do. We're going to focus on retention policies. And then once we've opened that up, we're going to create a new retention policy. You start by naming it and giving a description. Then you can check on the policy scope with the admin units. Currently, the default is the full directory, but you can specify if you want to. We're going to leave it as full directory. Now you can choose the type of retention policy to create. Static, you get to tell it exactly where you want it to go and what you want it. With adaptive, it can use attributes or properties that define the users and groups or sites in the organization, and that will work on the locations that are going to be retained and how it's retained for items that match that criteria. We're going to stick with static. So once we're here, we get to determine what we are going to apply. So we can see there's Exchange, SharePoint, OneDrive, 365 groups, Skype for Business, public folders, Teams channel messages, Teams chats, Teams private channel messages, Yammer, and Yammer. So those are all options. Again, you get also what's included and excluded. All mailboxes currently, you can edit that. Nothing is excluded, all sites. So you can manage the specifics on those. Once you get your location where this policy will apply, we click Next. Now is where you get to decide your settings. Retain the items for a specific amount of time. So you get to choose what your times are, 5, 7, 10, or custom. Start the retention period based on when they're created or when they were last modified. And at the end of the period, what are you doing with it? Deleting them automatically or do nothing with them? And they just stay in the mailbox. They're just no longer retained policy on them. Or you can select retain items forever. And all of the items in those selected locations will just be kept. Or only delete items when they reach a certain age. So you make sure that items that are older than 7 years are automatically deleted, and to delete the content based on when they're created or when they were modified. So those are all factors you can use to manage based on the policies that you need. Then you click Next to review that policy. Make sure it meets your needs. Make sure it's doing what you need to do. It gives you an update about what is going to happen. And then if that all meets your needs, click Submit. And that's how you create a retention policy in Microsoft Purview.